So anyhow, lunch, we're going to stop. We're going to take our bridles off. We're going to, when the bridle comes off, we're going to put it over the saddle horn, and I'm going to use that same knot to tie the bridle on. Because if the horse was to get away and run off, and you caught him finally, you'd want your bridle to be there. But if it's just draped over the saddle horn, chances are it's not going to be there.
One thing on bridling, be it when we come in at night or at lunch, make sure you're not tied. Let him drop the bit. We see a lot of times with a curb strap or a horse that's a little excited, he's going to turn his head upside down, and we're going to be holding on to the reins, or we're going to be holding on to that. And all he's going to do is back up in a panic, and you're pulling on his mouth, right? So if he does set back and wants to go somewhere, you've got the rope, just drop your bridle, right? You don't want to pull on it because it's going to cause him to run backwards. In all the years I've been on the ride, I've only seen one time going into the lunch. Trail Check does a great job on this. Make sure your horse isn't breathing hard. If he's not in shape, if you're a heavier rider, whatever. If you come into lunch and he's blowing really hard, don't put your bag on right away. That's hard to breathe through. We had that happen one year, and John's Town's horse colicked. Make sure he's got pretty good respiration before you bag him.
And there's a right way and a wrong way to. So then, what we would do is Julian's going to take his lunch out of there. He's probably going to tie up. You're going to tie up first, Julian, or are you going to?
I'm usually tied before I do put a bag on.
Yeah, I tie up to the tree first, and then I put the feed bag on. But make sure that the holes are up. If the holes are down, you won't be able to breathe right. And make sure that it's adjusted properly. Julian's got that just right. It's not too loose. It's not too tight. He's got room to breathe. He can get the grain out of there. He's got his nose in there about as deep as it can go, and it's tight. It's not too loose. Same thing goes with these. When we're at lunch, even when they're done eating the grain, leave the feed bags on. There's going to be 150 horses out there. And if somebody goes and says, well, my horse is done eating grain, I'm going to take the feed bag off of him, and then he can put his head down and he gets a bite of grass, or he's doing something different, these other horses look at him and they think, well, how come he gets to do that? They will all stand a lot calmer if we all do the same thing. If you're
Most of the time they'll be asleep when you go back. It's really the only rest they get all day.
Yeah, but we've had people that if you're going to go out and you get done with lunch, it's a lot better just to leave them tied up and leave them feed bags on them than it is to go out there and just take the feed bag off just because they're done eating, because it creates havoc with the other horses that are around them.
Yeah, that's a really important point. And it makes no sense to you if you think about it at first, but it's an absolute different deal to leave feed bags on. There's another thing about putting feed bags on and tied up. You think that horse needs to get his nose down on the ground to eat out of that feed bag. Well, that's true at a point, but that is too long. So he puts his head down, and the halter rope's long, and the first thing you know, he's put his head down, and the rope goes over behind his ears, and it's trouble. Those horses only take them about an hour to learn to eat out of that feed bag tied up short like they should be. They'll push it against a tree or whatever. But don't tie them long to let them eat. Trouble is, when you get gray heads like I am, you see too damn many of these wrecks, and you don't want to see them again.